Rashawn Jackson, the captain here for The Body Shop. And man, did they hook me up with a great massage recently. The captain has a lot of stress in his life, as many people do. And for 1 hour, it was all relieved. The team at The Body Shop gave me a deep tissue massage that hit every area that I was in pain at. Whether you're looking for a Swedish massage, sports massage, deep tissue, hot stone, aroma, or more, there's only one place to go. The Body Shop at 48th NA. Book an appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com.
People always ask, what are Jake and Sip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go. Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Book your appointment today at nebraskaautodetail.com.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom. Did you know there's a place kids can seek out help when they're away from home and something goes wrong? They find themselves in a difficult spot or even a dangerous situation. Maybe another child is bullying them or a stranger is following them. Perhaps on a date and things just go bad. In Lincoln, here's where they can find help. It's called Safe Place. Safe Place is a national program for children taking place in thousands of cities across the United States. The People City Mission is sponsoring this program in our community and has set up a number of businesses, fire stations, schools, and nonprofits around the city to become safe locations where kids can seek out help. They just need to look for the big yellow sign that says Safe Place on it. Then go inside and ask for help. We will be quickly connected to them and ensure they make it back home or to whatever resources are needed. If you'd like to find out more about Safe Place and ways in which you can get involved, just go to pcmlincoln.org. Remember, when we all do a little, we change a lot.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action. Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Attention all Wings fans! 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you want to come and test us.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music.
This is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round. And their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
On the Block with Strick and Austin.
If Ewers throws that ball to the front pylon, Texas might have tied that game up and had a chance to win it.
That moment right there, it's one of those moments that every young man dreams about. There's two outcomes in that moment. You're a gamer or you tense up.
You're a gamer or you're a goner.
Or you're a goner.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Live from the heart of Lincoln, America, welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. This is What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. The host is always to my left, along with a guest as well. Chancellor Brewington, I'll go ahead and throw it to you and let you bring him in.
Yep. Tonight we got Darius Moore, my boy, former teammate for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. How you doing, man?
Can't complain, man.
Yeah.
Blessed and highly favored. That's all I can
Man,
say.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But yeah, it's gonna be a good show tonight. Last week we had Gavin Lychek out of G3 Performance. And you can go back and watch that episode and see all the good things that he has to offer in training. Clips are coming from that soon. But yeah, Darius, man, how's it been? How's it been? So I like to just, with our guests, I mean, we're going to start getting these guests on here soon. Just like to just dive into a little bit of background of who you are, you know, for the people that don't know, for the people that do. You know, it's cool because I always learn stuff about people when they come on here. So yeah.
Just a little background. Originally from Iowa City, Iowa.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy, you know, being a Husker alum. But my pops, he played basketball there, so basketball is in my DNA. I'm just a hooper that played football.
Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
No, basketball is my number one passion. I grew up in Iowa City. After high school, went to Iowa Western Community College.
Mm-hmm.
Lived there for 2 years, and then you know, ended up here. So
yeah,
it's been a journey.
Yeah. So in high school, so you played 2 sports then?
3, 4.
4.
Yeah.
My goodness. Yeah. Okay, so name them.
Basketball, football, track. A lot of people don't know this. I played tennis.
Really?
Yeah.
You played tennis?
I played tennis.
Really? So when did that start?
It started freshman year of high school. The only reason why I did it was to get out of track. I had practice at the same time. But they was like, yeah, once you got done with that, you got to go down and run some sprints. I'm like, but yeah.
Right. So was that something you formed when you were younger, or did it just come about in high school?
Tennis?
Yeah.
Man, no, literally the only reason why I did it was to get out of track.
Oh, that was literally the only reason.
Yeah.
So you played, what'd you play in basketball? I'm guessing a guard.
Yeah. Pretty much a 1 through the 3. Point guard majority of the time.
Right. And then so in track, what did you run?
Mainly 2s and 4s. 2s and 4s.
Okay. And then tennis, like what's the deal there? Do you do singles, doubles? What was it?
You do both.
Yeah.
I think I can't even remember. So it's like 1 through 7. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that.
Right.
But it's like 1 through 7. 1 is the best, and then the 7 is like the 7th spot on varsity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was a 4. So.
Oh, okay. Hey. I love it. So obviously being versatile in high school and playing all these sports, like how do you think that helped you in football? Just movement. First starting off with like movement wise and just being athletic. Like how do you think that helped you out?
Yeah. Track definitely helped me out with speed and everything like that. Playing DB. You know, actually, I didn't even play DB in high school. First time I played defense was in college. But
wait, so what'd you play?
I played quarterback and receiver.
Jeez, you was carrying the team.
Trying to. Yeah. Yeah. Humbly speaking.
Right.
but yeah, I didn't play DB till I went to college. So track that translated over. Tennis as well, footwork, and then also like the hand-eye coordination. I can't see for a lick.
Really?
Man, one time I remember. So like, if I hold my left eye, I can't even read like the second letter on the
The
like
thing,
the eye test.
the eye test. Really?
Yeah, bro. It was one practice, and it was during fall camp. I think right when you got here too.
Okay.
And I forget who it was, but I think it might have been Bullock, little Bullock.
Yeah, Alex.
And he went on just a deep post, running. The ball's in the air. I went up to jump, bro. My contact fell out.
Oh my goodness!
Boom, hit me in my face. I was like, man, Fish finna be on my tail. He ain't finna believe what happened.
Right.
Yeah, man.
No, that is. You hear a lot of stories of like guys who get to college and find out like they really can't see. Like that happens a lot. I feel like more often than people think.
Yeah, But to answer your question, all the sports translated over in one shape or form or another, especially when it comes to competitiveness.
Right. So then, you go to JUCO. So I think we had a brief conversation of you were just saying the talent there was just like a lot of guys there could even play here.
Most def.
Yeah. So like, what was the talent and for people that don't know, because a lot of people see, guy came from JUCO, but really the JUCO ones are the rawest athletes. So what was your experience there?
Oh man, this is like, like villain origin stories.
Yeah,
this is my villain origin story. But I mean, athletes from all over the country, like the best athletes, and as far as talent wise goes. But the thing is, once you go to JUCO, it's a big risk because you might not make it out. A lot of people fall off. I had a couple of teammates who fell off. Two of them are dead, and one of them is locked up in prison right now. So it's no joke.
Yeah,
it's really no joke.
Yeah.
And like I said, when it comes to the competitiveness, I mean, it's the best talent, especially in the Jayhawk conference. It's the best talent in the whole U.S. So it's just real fun to compete with your boys, and you really build that bond because y'all go through everything together. Waking up early in the mornings at 4 o'clock for 450 sprints and stuff like that. You really bond with each other. But it's humbling, but it's also motivated.
Right.
My freshman year when I got there, Iowa kid, I wasn't even going to play football in college. Just got the opportunity to play. Coach Strobe taught me into it. So I'm Iowa kid, right?
Right.
Everybody's from all over the place. So little Iowa kid, you get people try to test you, right? I didn't let that happen.
Right.
So we and in doing so, I ended up getting respect. So my sophomore year is, when I tried to we doing spring camp. I run with the ones at safety, the twos at corner, getting reps back to back.
My goodness, that's a day.
Man, what?
That's a day. Legs and go balls.
Yes, that's it. That is it.
And you can't tap. Because you know how that is. Especially as a DB, you cannot tap.
Yep.
And for the people that don't know, you got to explain that. You can't come out the game.
No,
you can't.
You ain't got no choice.
Yeah,
you ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
But I just, that chip on my shoulder at everyone, like as far as skill wise,
right?
They had me. Well, not everybody, but majority of people had me. As far as up here
mentally,
I had them.
Yeah,
and that's what kept me in the game. So it's the season going into the summer fall camp of my sophomore year.
Okay,
and they brought in some bounce backs, right?
And for bounce back, you got to explain what a bounce back is.
Yeah. So bounce back is somebody who comes from a different school. Who transfers in from a different school, either at semester or at fall, summertime.
Usually, it's a 4-year school, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And being Iowa Western, majority of the time, it is a P5 school,
right?
So they brought in a couple of bounce backs. Louisville bounce back, Colorado bounce back, Boise State bounce back. I mean, I could go on and on and on. So the summer goes in the fall camp. I'm thinking, I'm starting, right?
Yeah.
They brought in 3 bounce backs.
Yeah.
Instantly dropped me back to the bottom of the depth chart. So it's like I'm going through mental mental, you know how it is.
No, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Just mental battles and everything like that. But, deep down inside, it's just like, I can't quit. I got something to prove. So 3 games go by in the season. No playing time. No, it was actually the 3rd game, halftime.
Uh-huh.
We're losing to Hutch. Shout out Coach Finney. He goes, Darius, you up? I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Right.
Ended up leading the team in tackles that game and finished the season first team all conference, all American honors, and then 3rd on the team in tackling. So, and then I got I was blessed enough for the opportunity to play here. But it's just, I call it the walk on mentality. It's really a thing. Where It's just, it don't matter who you go up against.
Right.
You were my teammate.
Yeah.
It don't matter who you go up against.
Yeah.
It's like, is you or me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you beat the bear, sometimes the bear gets you.
Yeah, and that's how it go. And that's how it goes. So you talk about some of the mental battles during that JUCO time, like, because I've been through it where you're looking at the depth chart and everyone can see it, and you're like, damn, like, how I'm gonna climb this? How I'm gonna climb this? And is it more so self-belief or where was your reliance in and just where was your head at during that time?
I would say it was, I have never been, I can't remember the last time I quit at something. No matter how many times I failed. That is one thing that my pops instilled in me since I was a kid. And I don't know what it is, bro. I just can't quit.
Right.
It don't matter what it is. So whenever adversity hits, that's an opportunity to make you stronger.
Right.
You gotta go through the storm. That's how I measure life in general. When God's put me through the storm, I pray. I'm like, hey, God, don't take this storm away from me.
No.
Give me the strength in order to go through it.
Right. Guide me through it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So that's just the mentality that I have.
Yeah. So then you come here and you see the resources, what's another word? The amenities, all the things that we have here and all these things. Like, how grateful were you for it? Because I know I've heard the JUCO stories. I came from a small school, it wasn't a JUCO, but I've heard the JUCO stories where there's 7 guys in a crib that got 3 beds and there's one guy that don't got no money, and everyone's cut a little for him, off their plate. So, like, obviously you got those stories, and coming here, it's one of the best facilities in the nation, right? And especially now.
Yeah.
But what was that like?
Oh man, it's different. I remember the first time. Let me put this into perspective.
Right.
In JUCO, I was working at Target, the night shifts, so I wouldn't get home till 11:30, sometimes 12.
Goodness.
Having workouts the next morning at 4:50. My meal plan got cut off. I almost got kicked out of school. Yeah, my scholarship JUCO scholarships only pay for like your books and stuff like that. They don't pay for the full tuition. I almost got kicked out of school. Called my peoples, and I'm not throwing my pops under the bus, but he like, if you get kicked out, that's on you, bro.
Right.
At that moment, I'm like, it's just me.
Yeah.
So to put it to perspective, my teammates would take like stuff from the calf and bring it to me, bro.
Man.
My sister would hook me up. She'll send me like $15, and I'll go to Panda Express, get like a plate, and eat the half that night. And I'd have to wait like a couple of days to eat the other half, or like the next day I'd eat the other half. But like, it was going a couple of days, bro. This is an embarrassing story that I won't say now, but it's called the soy sauce packet story. But to put in perspective, bro, that's how it is. Like, folks is struggling, but nobody knows that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't really know how bad it was. But at the end of the day, it's like, look at, the end result. But my first day I came here, we were at the calf, and the DBs, Qs, all them boys. They're like, man, we having the same stuff every day.
No.
And I'm over here feasting. I'm feasting. Give me some of this, give me some of that, give me some of that.
Right.
And at the cafe, I know you had the same stuff every single day.
Yeah.
Either pizza, a chicken, stews, whatever.
Right.
Man, we're just so blessed, bro. And the food is healthy.
Yeah, bro. I don't think like when I first got here, to piggyback off that, bro, I don't think guys understood how blessed they were. man, I walked in the first day, and it's crazy because, I'll tell a story, but towards the end of my time here, I kind of looked at it like that same way.
Mhm.
I don't know if you ever did, but there was a moment where I was like, man, I don't even want this. And then I was like, hold on. Checks and balances.
Yes, sir.
No. We finna be grateful for everything. Cause what I came from, cause at my old school, all we had was post lift. There wasn't no cafe. There wasn't no cap. You get an apple and a Gatorade.
Yep.
And a Gatorade, that's what you got for the day.
Yeah.
And then you go get you got a couple swipes, but other than that, I mean, that's what you got. And then you go fall camp. Don't even get me started on that.
Right.
Fall camp, it's literally the same food, and it's nasty. Oh my gosh, because none of the people are on campus.
Yep. Yeah, ain't nobody
Nobody's
on
on campus. So you get probably a quarter of the staff there in the kitchen, and they're making food that nobody likes. It's like food you probably wouldn't even feed to your dog. Like I remember the bacon, like you would have to you could so you could bend it and it wouldn't break. Oh my goodness. Not to dog them, but a little too late now. But
no, it is a blessing.
Yeah.
Bro. Like it really is. I mean, having stuff like this is anywhere and everywhere. Having
my goodness,
Dave hooking us up with the protein powder.
Yeah,
and it's just like you can have any of this stuff at any time.
No, yeah.
And then, how much you gain any weight when you came here? Or were you trying to maintain?
No, at first I was trying to maintain, and then I went from like 212 to 223 was my heaviest weight ever. Yeah.
That's one thing they do on here.
Yeah. They can put some weight on you if you allow them to. That's the thing though. When I got here, I'm like, how is everyone not? If you was here since a freshman, dog, you have no excuse.
Right.
No, you have no excuse. If your body don't look the right way, or if you're not fast. I remember my first day, they bring me in and they're like, hey, you got your sprint, and we need to get your sprint results. I said, oh, we're gonna run a 40. No. They had a whole team of guys who are trained in sprint mechanics. And they break down the sprint film, and they say they're breaking it down with me in a meeting. This is my first day. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
This ain't regular. This ain't regular. So I'm breaking it down, and I call my people. I'm like, look, hey, was a way we play, or Wizard of Oz say, we're not in Kansas no more.
Yep.
Hey, I am not at Northern Arizona no more. This is completely different. They're okay. So we got shakes here, we got the landing here, and then we're gonna go to the training table. We got this, and then when you come back, we're gonna have a snack for you. And I'm like,
bro, don't even get me started on like high cows after you throwing up in workouts.
Oh, the high cows, man. The high cows get you right.
They do.
They get you right.
But
and then after practice, the watermelon.
I used to bust though. With the tahini. With the tahini.
Fire. No, but just all the resources, bro. The list goes on. Getting your DEXA done.
Bro, I didn't even know what a DEXA was.
I didn't know. I thought I was getting my blood drawn.
What is that? Break that down for me. I got no clue.
So
neither did I.
Yeah, right. So it's a DEXA. So there's a machine, right? It looks like almost like an MRI machine, right? Okay. So you go and lay down, but first you get some measurements. So you get like your waist measurements, your shoulders, your feet, all these, your hands, everything,
hands width,
like everything. And so once you get all that, it's like a certain calculation formulation that Dave actually started. He was the old nutritionist at Nebraska for football. And then you go into this little chamber thing, you lay in there and you get all your results. So you get your lean muscle mass, your fat, your body percentage, your fat percentage, how much your frame is supposed to hold.
That's a crazy thing.
Like so it can tell you like this is what you can fill out to.
Exactly. So it's my first day. This is a funny story. I always tell this. It's my first day, and Dave goes, I get done with the whole results. He goes, hey, I don't think I did the math right. So we do it again. And he goes, hey, Brew, I don't know, but your body's not supposed to hold this. And I said, what do you mean? He's like, you're supposed to be about 175.
No, nah, 175.
I was 212 at the time. And I said, yeah, Dave, before I came here, like I was playing ball in high school, like 160, 170. I was a baby. I was they called me Bones back in the day. Because I was skinny and Bones.
160 is crazy.
Yeah. So he was like, yeah, if you get anywhere above 220, you're not gonna be able to run. And so, and now I'm 235 and I'm faster than ever. So it's just crazy.
It's
how
weird.
Yeah. If God wants you to do something, man, you're gonna do it.
Exactly.
You're gonna do it.
Bro, I remember the first time I met you too. You don't remember, but I do.
Okay, let's hear it.
It was at the calf, right? And I was, me and Buddha cool.
Yeah.
So I'm kicking it with Buddha. And then I knew y'all was boys, but like I didn't know like how far y'all went back.
Right.
So we had the calf and it's fall camp. And then I'm like, okay, this because you play receiver at
the old school. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I gotta check out this dude. See, he a receiver, so I gotta check him
out. Right. The DB receiver battle, yeah.
So I'm over here, I'm kicking it with Buddha, and then I seen that you were hanging with them. So with John and B2. So I came in and sat next to y'all, didn't say nothing. Just Pete. I'm like, this dude don't talk. Like this dude does not talk. Like I can't get anything from him.
Right.
And then I was like, okay, so I'm gonna just keep my eye on him and I'm gonna watch him on film. I just wanted to see what was up,
Right. No, that's funny. I got that a lot, bro. I got that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and we do actually got to go ahead and throw it to break here, but a few comments from YouTube here. Again, in real life, dude, we all make our own way. And he said, you'll look back on these days. Okay, we won't read that one, but shout out to the YouTube. And again, if you got this one, join out. Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Always a great way to join. And again, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Allo, Channel 961, face to the voice that way. We'll go ahead and throw it to break here. Don't go anywhere. We got a couple more segments on the other side.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
There's no better way to spark a child's imagination than to get lost in the adventure of a good book. I'm Jenny Benson, president of NSEA. Working together, parents and teachers can help every child succeed. You can help by reading to your child and let your child read to you. Encourage reading in your home and make it a priority. Make reading fun and a time that you and your child look forward to spending together.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Every weekday morning.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them?
By their clothes,
their age,
the way they speak.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Riola, the doctor, the Polynesian Bowl. He had a lot of throws. He made a couple nice throws. He threw outs. He threw a deep dig. He threw a slant that went to the house. There were so many different passes that we saw him, and he's got a little quick twitch. Is he fast? No. Quick twitch? Yes. It was good to see him moving around. Listen, he connected with, guess who?
Carter Nelson.
Thank you. We got a chance to see Carter twice. It was good for me to watch that because I think that's a precursor of wisdom.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Sandhills Global is hiring. With their fast-paced, growing culture, they have hundreds of new openings in sales, marketing, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Full-time roles offer a 4.5-day work week, along with flexible internships in most areas. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Find your fit today at www.sandhills.jobs.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Riola, the doctor, the Polynesian Bowl. He had a lot of throws. He made a couple nice throws. He threw outs. He threw a deep dig. He threw a slant that went to the house. There were so many different passes that we saw him, and he's got a little quick twitch. Is he fast? No. Quick twitch? Yes. It was good to see him moving around. Listen, he connected with, guess who?
Carter Nelson.
Thank you. We got a chance to see Carter twice. It was good for me to watch that because I think that's a precursor of wisdom.
Letting your children know you believe in them will go a long way toward making their dreams a reality. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. It's important to celebrate learning. Focus on the positives, reinforce good effort and determination. Children need your encouragement and support. Our public schools want every student to succeed.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. This is What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. We got Darius Moore, special guest in here as well to my left. Over the break, we're talking a little bit about JUCO, and if you've ever seen A Last Chance U, you might have noticed some of the schools that Darius was talking about in Independence and Garden City. Darius, did you ever have any times where you were actually playing against those teams and they had the TV crew out there?
Oh, most definitely. They actually came to our practice, filmed our practice for the whole week. We got to sign this waiver, basically consented to Netflix, come to our practice. And that was with Independence Community College, which that game we ended up beating them.
That was a rough year for Independence, if I remember right.
Yeah. Their coach ended up actually getting kicked out of our game. it was a good game though. But
My goodness.
yeah.
My goodness.
So did anyone at the time realize how big that show was going to be?
Yeah, I would say just from watching in the past Eastern Mississippi.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Those were the days. Those were I love
You
that.
remember that?
Yeah.
I think that was like 2018, when they first came out, I
Yeah.
believe, the summer 18.
Yeah.
And they actually, Western played Eastern Mississippi in the Natty this year.
Mhm.
Beat them boys pretty good.
So I'm curious, what do they portray wrong, or do you think they really nail it when they make those documentaries?
Oh, it's spot on.
Really?
Oh, 100%. But it could either lift your program or it could kind of have a bad reputation. Independence has a bad reputation now because of their prior coach.
Mhm.
Coach Strohmeyer from iWestern, he was the first one to be offered that show, but that's the reason why he said no, decline. He still declines it.
Oh, they keep trying to see if they can get that in there?
Yeah, which, I mean, he's a smart man. But
Yeah.
it's spot on when it comes to what the players are going through, when it comes to coaching, when it comes to it being cutthroat. It's pretty accurate.
Right. It's crazy because we're talking about JUCO and in Arizona, I think in 2020 when COVID happened, they cut all the JUCOs.
Oh, word.
All of them. Every single one of them.
Wow.
Yeah. So all the JUCO guys there's a lot of guys who stopped playing football. There's a lot of guys who went back to different lifestyles, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a rough time because I knew so many guys who, you realize once you're playing that, man, there's so many people chasing this dream of playing football, whatever level they desire. But especially the guys coming out of high school who needed a place to play, or the guys who were trying to go somewhere bigger. JUCO back in the day was such a blessing for everyone. Although it was a grind, it was a place where a guy that maybe didn't play at a P5 or whatever, it was like the transfer portal. It really was. It was everyone went to JUCO, went crazy, and then they got out and went, obviously, if they were good enough, they went to a bigger school, or they went somewhere where they could play. So the fact that they cut them back in Arizona is obviously a travesty. But yeah.
It's crazy how some people's stories work. Me and you were having this conversation the other day when you came over,
right?
About how everything is, you kind of just got to surrender sometimes. Surrender to the higher being.
Yeah.
Just let it happen.
Yeah.
Even our stories, bro. You know how blessed we are to be able to play this game at the high level. You know what I mean?
My
Still
goodness.
be around it.
My goodness.
It's crazy. Your story could have been like that.
Oh, easy.
Easy,
yeah.
So it's just, looking from the outside in, bro, it's really a blessing.
Yeah. I think we were just talking about it during the break, like how some guys went some way, then some guys went the other way, and I look back at my life, I'm like, dude, I was, man, one of the best athletes I ever played with. This dude named Michael, Mexican cat from Arizona, one of the best athletes I ever played with, rawest athlete, receiver, and he in prison by sophomore year.
Man.
So it's like it's a consistent story. It's a consistency of guys could have made it, but they didn't, and guys who probably shouldn't have made it, and they did.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't like these guys were much better. They're more holy as a person. No. It's just some were just blessed, bro, and that's why you can't even take credit for half the things, man. Like you can't even. I'm over here, man. People saying, "Oh, man, you're this." Oh, bro, I can't take credit. I really can't. Thank you. I'm humble. Thank you, but I can't really take credit for all of this. So yeah, that's perfect. So we had a conversation, and that I don't know if this is too much, but you recently got saved. And obviously praise God for that. But how was that transition and just how's that walk been?
I see life from a whole different perspective now.
Right.
You know what seasonal depression is, right?
Mm-hmm. But people might not know though.
Yeah. So majority of the time it's during like the fall, winter months, and people just go through this phase of just serious depression.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got saved, it was like this depression isn't there anymore. It's gone. It's like a mindset. I wake up in the morning. The first thing I do is pray. The first thing I say is what I'm thankful for.
Right.
When you do that, you're automatically waking up with a positive mindset.
Shifts everything.
Everything. Before you go to bed, say what you're thankful for.
Yeah.
You ain't knows, bro. I prayed for you the other night.
Man,
when we were having that
blessings.
conversation.
Yeah,
man.
Man, thank you.
My worst enemies, bro. I wouldn't even say my enemies. People who dislike me.
Right.
Let me say that.
Right.
I pray for them too.
Yeah.
I hope whatever they're going through right now,
right,
they get it figured out.
Yeah.
That's the perspective that I see now, and it's so fulfilling because my anxiety, it's not mine. I give it up.
Yeah. It's not. You can't bear it. It's not yours in the first place. That's the beautiful part. That's the beautiful part, man.
Anxiety, depression, like I said, anger. Being being slow to anger.
Right.
I used to be a hothead. Being slow to anger.
Right.
Just overall, everything in my life, my whole perspective on life changed. I'm so blessed to be here. A lot of people take for granted just going home at night.
Wow.
A lot of people don't even make it home, bro.
Wow.
But we're, you got to be thankful for the littlest thing. Every morning on my drive to work, bro, I'm like looking at the sunrise. I'm like, man, it's different every day. Like, damn, God, like you can make it different every day. Like,
man.
I thought I was amazed last sunrise, and now this one's even better. Like, then it's like, who am I to put my limitations? So it's
man, that's powerful. That's powerful. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy you say that. I was at the lake house this summer. My sister was getting married, and I look up. I'm going through life, right, as we all are. And I just needed some encouragement for whatever reason. I just needed it. I forget what the particular situation was. And I swear to goodness, I look up and it's one of the most beautiful sunsets I've ever seen over the water. And I'm like, man, this is my God did this, right? Like my God did this. So my situation is nothing.
Right.
It's nothing. You created the sun, the moon, the stars, the universe, whatever. My situation is nothing. When it's time, his glory is going to be manifested every single time when it's time. No question about it. Right. So I think that was just crazy that you said that. It just took me back to that moment. But we were talking about this one thing. We can just segment this segment going to be called Faith Talk, man. But we was talking about this one thing last week, and it was about submission. It was about submission, and when you give submission to God, there's something that happens because everything goes out of your control, right? And I feel like God don't want no one who got it all figured out. Like that's not part of the kingdom. The kingdom is everyone who don't got things figured out. You look at like all the characters in the Bible, it's all a bunch of people who don't got that don't know what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're just servants, right? So we were talking about how actually when you give submission, it shows who's in control. Yeah. So if God's in control, who gets the glory when the blessing comes? When the blessing's already on you. When the blessing is manifested, who gets the glory?
Man, all glory to God, man.
Right. So if you was to bear it, like you said, bearing your anxieties, your whatever, and saying, oh, I got to figure it out. I got this plan, whatever. And let's say good does come, right? But it's not from God, right? So God don't get the glory.
Yep.
So your story doesn't get to be used, right? But the moment you give it up and say, okay, all right, I don't know, we're gonna take a right today, we're gonna take a left, we just gonna be still today. That's probably the hardest one.
Let me show you something real quick. And can they see or no?
No.
Okay, but I'm gonna show you anyways. So I have a set of reminders every single morning.
Right.
And I'm gonna just read them off to you. You see the reminders right here.
Right.
So the first one, 5 a.m. Accept what is and what isn't. Second one, God says to seek and be still. Sorry, I got a list, man.
You said seek and be still.
Seek and be still. Work hard, and my blessing will come. And then I have some affirmations. I'm a king. I won a million. I am a high value man of God. I dare more. I'm a millionaire. Drink water.
Drink water.
It is. Stop.
Drink water.
It is. Stop procrastinating.
Hey, you gotta drink that water though.
Gotta drink that water.
Got to.
But
got
it's
to.
just little affirmations and reminding me that life is bigger than who I am. You know.
Oh my goodness.
One thing that I really harp on is it's better to give than to receive. You know, there's a story in the Bible about and like I said, I'm new to this, so I could get this story wrong. But basically, everybody was giving all of their wealth, you know, putting it in a pot, giving all their wealth. You have millionaires giving away gold, just loads and loads of gold.
Right.
And then you have this widow, and she had one gold coin, I believe, and that's the only thing she had.
Right.
She was like homeless, like that's the only prize possession she had.
Right.
God said she gave the most out of anybody else. That's just how you got to see life. And in return, you know, you it's better to give than to receive. So there's this one moment where it clicked in my head. My car was having trouble last year,
right?
And the tow truck guy came, and I'm waiting in the car with my significant other at the time, and she gave me $100 bill. She was like, "Give that to the tow truck guy. 'Cause keep in mind, it's cold outside. This man's helping us."
Right.
I said, "You don't need that. Take it. That's your money. Don't give it to him." Bro, I can't like I'm sick, bro. Just even thinking that I really did that.
Right.
And like now that it just clicks. Like, who am I? This dude's offering his services to me.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one moment in my life that I will always hold on to, and I will always, you know, give more than I receive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think there's one common theme, and I think the qualification for I would say God to use you or for Christ to dwell in you, it's everyone has to be unworthy. Everyone's unworthy.
Explain that.
Everyone's unworthy of glory. Everyone's unworthy of it. No one there's no one that's above anyone in God's eyes. As hard as that is to understand, that's the truth. That we've all fallen short of the glory of God. So we've all fallen short, right? So the only qualification is that you're unworthy.
Yeah.
That makes you almost like that makes you qualified.
Yep.
That makes you're qualified. So I think a lot of people nowadays, like in the Western culture and theology and Christianity, if you would say, there's just a lot of misconceptions that you got to do these things to please God and to hire yourself on his ranking list and no, bro.
Yeah.
No, grace covers all of that. Grace covers all of that because if that was the case, then Jesus died for nothing.
Good point.
Yes.
Good point.
Yes. So the blood works.
Yep.
The blood works. The blood works every time. Grace covers us. So yeah, that's amazing, bro. That's amazing. How much time we got?
We got about a minute here left.
Okay.
So if you got something quick, we can get to it. Otherwise, we can toss it to break.
Yeah, we'll toss it to break right now.
All right, real quick, we'll throw it to break here. I do want to get to this from the text line before we get out of here from TMZ. I thought it was a good text. Kind of leave out on the note here. He said, "Life is not fair. Choose a direction and focus. Life will unfold for you. You will not unfold life." So shout out to TMZ. Good messaging there. But we'll go ahead, throw it to break. This is What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. We got Darius Moore guest in as well. Don't go anywhere.
At Southeast Community College, community is our middle name. Our continuing education classes offer personal interest, traffic safety and licensing, online learning, and adult education classes across Southeast Nebraska or online in your own home. Learn pottery or floral design. Take a computer course. Learn Spanish, how to start writing a book, or Air Fryer 101. See the full schedule of continuing education classes online at southeast.edu/continuing SCC, your path to possible.
It's Pro Time Nebraska. The Omaha Supernovas, your Major League Volleyball team, is playing in the first ever Pro Volleyball Federation match on January 24th against the Atlanta Vibe at the CHI Health Center. Be a part of history and visit supernovas.com to secure your single match tickets today.
Sorensen here from Early Break. The garage door at our house has been needing replacement for a couple years, and a few months ago, we finally did something about it. Steve's Garage Doors and Services was great through the whole process in providing options and also going to the next level to get a door that was approved by our HOA. And best of all, the removal of the old door and installation of the new door was done smoothly with no issues. Call Steve's Garage Doors and Services today at 402-480-2840.
Houses? They're expensive. And once you buy one, you're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
Attention all Wings fans. 89-cent wings are back on Tuesdays at Buffalo Wings and Rings in Lincoln. Enjoy the best wings in town for boneless or traditional at a price that makes the whole family happy. And now at the Williamsburg Village Wings and Rings, you can enjoy $1.50 tall boys in Bud Light, Coors Light, Busch Light, and Michelob Ultra every day after 7 p.m. and all day on Sundays. Get to Wings and Rings today and make sure to stop by on Tuesdays for 89-cent wings.
This is James Harrell with NP Dodge Real Estate. When I became a licensed realtor, I wanted a brokerage that would help me grow in my new career. I found that in Lincoln First Realty. When Lincoln First was acquired by NP Dodge, the training and support I received only got better. I love knowing I have the power of the NP Dodge brand behind me. I would recommend NP Dodge to new agents looking to jumpstart their real estate career and to current agents who want to take their business to the next level.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Today's agenda includes office meetings this morning, followed by a client lunch, then back to the office for another meeting, and ending the day with a presentation at a client's office. When you are on the go, you need an office phone that goes with you. At Hamilton, our business phone systems make it easy to sync your office phone features to your cell phone for quick and seamless call handling, no matter where you work. If your current office phone can't do this, you need better. Hire your local experts. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
I could write a commercial telling you how great waffle weekends are at the chocolate season. Or I could just have Rico read you the menu.
Banana Nutella. Nutella topped Belgian waffle with homemade whipped cream, chocolate chips, and freshly sliced bananas. Baconator. Buttermilk waffle with bacon slices tucked inside, topped with salted whipped butter, caramelized pecans, and pure maple syrup.
Waffle weekend brunches at the chocolate season.
PB&J.
40th and Old Cheney or online at thechocolateseason.com.
On the block with Strick and Austin.
If Ewers throws that ball to the front pylon, Texas might have tied that game up and had a chance to win it.
That moment right there, it's one of those moments that every young man dreams about. There's two outcomes in that moment. You're a gamer or you tense up.
You're a gamer, you're a goner.
Or you're a goner.
Weekdays from 2 to 4 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. Don't go anywhere, though, because we will still have the debut of the Daily Nebraska, and that will take place at 11 p.m. and go all the way up until midnight. Between there, we'll run a replay for you guys to keep you plugged in to local radio. But nonetheless, if you guys want to join the show, last-second comments, 402-464-5685 is the Sartor Heyman text line. And again, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Allo Channel 961. If you want to put a face to the voice, always a great way to do so. But with that being said, we'll throw it back to Chancellor Brewington, the host of the show. As always, we got a little bit of time here. I'm just curious, what are you guys' thoughts on the playoffs? We're talking a little bit off air here. The Bills, what a nightmare to be a Bills fan.
Yeah.
Wide right once again. The last words you want to hear.
Yeah. It's tough.
You can't really there's a lot of stuff that you can't really blame on the last second, you know, like like it's like Michael Jordan taking the last second shot. You gonna get mad if he misses? I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, you know, it's the full game that you got to review. A lot of people don't realize that watching games, there's a lot more that gets, you know, thrown into the game, a lot of adversity, but it doesn't come down to the last. But at the same time, that's what keeps winners winning.
Right. No, 100%. 100%. Yeah, that's a good point. Like there's always like that 3rd and 3 or that third and 10 that leads to a long drive that someone just brain farted on and they just blew a gap or they blew a coverage or ran the wrong route or a false start. Now that was really the key moment, but a lot of football fans don't understand that like it starts the whole game. If you examine the game, there's probably 15 MAs, and though if you clean up 7 of them, you win the game. Yeah. So that's just it, man. Football is just a weird sport, but it's an awesome sport, but it's a tough sport, but it's a rewarding sport, but it isn't a rewarding sport. It's just the strangest game because it relies on so many other people.
Is it the biggest momentum sport?
I would say basketball, probably.
You think so? I got one.
Huh?
Soccer.
Yeah, just because those
They be
goals
going
are
crazy.
Yeah, it's like NHL. Football is kind of the same thing, though. It's like it's just very hard. If like you drive the ball 90 yards down the field, that's a dagger for that defense to come back out there again after you did that to them. It's one of those things where we kind of talked about before with Auburn and Alabama. Auburn had no business being in that game, but it's a rivalry. Momentum starts swinging one way.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, just like us in Iowa, it doesn't matter how the season is.
Yeah.
That game is always going to be a good game.
4-7, 9-2, it doesn't matter. It's going to be a game. It's going to be a game.
Is that something all Husker alum, like football players, chime into? Is after the fact they still make sure to go see if Nebraska beats Iowa? Does it linger on after you graduate?
I'm sure. I mean, I was talking to Nate Gary, and he was like, "Man, I just hate Iowa." And I'm like, yeah, bro. I was not my favorite, even though I'm not like a local and understand the rivalry that much. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's a little personal to me.
Right.
Being from Iowa,
right.
It's a little personal. Right. I'm just a little biased.
Yeah.
Now, I had the chance to ask Chancellor this, but when it came to those rivalries, I for me as a fan, Wisconsin, Iowa, I can't stand losing Wisconsin. Minnesota's getting there, but what were those teams for you that like obviously every game, but in hindsight, were there any teams that chirped a little extra?
Besides Iowa?
Which always surprised me, Iowa chirped that much to begin with.
I mean, Michigan, their fans, and you're like right next to the wall too, and they see what 100 and
it's over 100,000.
Yeah, their fans are pretty crucial.
Yeah.
What was the experience like for you first time walking out of the gates? First time, because you went from, we talked about JUCO, now you're at Nebraska, you're hearing the noise, you kind of hear it already before the gates even open.
I can't even, wow. I get chills just thinking about it. Let's just say that, you getting ready before the game. Coaches giving you pregame talks. Coach Shenaners at the time, we had this one thing, one saying, after he gives his high speech, he says, don't think, don't blink, and if it moves, and then everyone says, we hit that. And then it was just lit. Then all of a sudden they playing the music, and then you walking out, the lights, the fans giving them high fives, and it's just like a spring waiting to release that momentum, and it's just there's no place like Nebraska, as they say.
No, there's really no place like it. So obviously, how much time we got? We got
time for a couple more.
Couple more. So I mean, we talked about everything. We talked about JUCO, faith, the struggles of life, but the joy of life, the peace, all that stuff. So what's one thing, man? If someone had to take some away, they're never gonna see you again. What do you have to leave them with?
Like if I were to go away?
No, I ain't saying all that. I'm just saying if these people never hear from you again.
Gotcha.
Right. So just a final message.
I would have to say, and it's I did an article for the school too. It's the same thing. Find out what you're good at, be passionate about it, and become so good at it that it's impossible for you to mess up. Chase your passion, because passion is a thing that you do the easiest. Like, it takes you the least amount of effort to do. And it's what you love doing the most too. Find that passion. Just go get it. Whatever that passion is. My pops used to tell me, I don't care if you never played a lick of football ever again. I don't care if you played the instrument. I'll be at every single concert. So that's what I had to say to the people out there. You know, you're always gonna have your ups and downs, but just don't ever quit. You'll be all right.
No, that's a fire right there. You can't deny it. You cannot deny it, man. I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, bro. Thanks for having me.
This was fun.
Yeah, real quick, where can they find you if they want to follow you on social media? If you're big on that.
Yeah. So my Instagram is King KING_D.MOE. My Twitter is just Darius Moore 07. And then those are pretty much the only two that I use.
Absolutely. Feel free to check it out. Follow Darius on social media, and shout out to him for hopping in here on What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. The host is always Chancellor to my left, and Darius Moore stepping in as the guest. We'll wrap it up here and talk to you guys tomorrow night.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to Oak Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve.